Hello. Peace, peace. Kings and queens, what's good? Bros and hoes, it's your girl, Nita B. Thank you for coming to kick it with me. And I just dropped in real quick um, to holler at y'all about focus when you're multi-talented and multifaceted. But before we get into that, if you're new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And I truly appreciate everybody. My followers have been growing, my been growing, and I truly appreciate it. You guys are such a vibe. But yeah, something that's been on my mind today. Oh, and happy Mother's Day. We got like just a few minutes more left in the day, but happy Mother's Day. I had a beautiful Mother's Day. My kids, my sister, my BM, shout out to her. We had our kids, our siblings, put it that's my girl in my heart. And of course my mother. We had a beautiful day. And so shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there. And shout out to anybody who may be, grieving a mother, have the best relationship with their mother, or mother's in jail, or passed away, grandmothers, missing both my grandmothers today, and just anybody grieving and may have lost a child or anything of that nature. And I just want to send y'all some love and some good vibes. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I definitely know that I need to get me, but I'm usually pretty loud, so I just want to say thank you for coming to kick it with me at Kickin It Wit Nita. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, how about being multi-talented and multifaceted, and what that's looked like in my life as far as focus. And it's like sometimes it's hard to focus on, one thing that you want to do with talented. For me, it's like entertainment industry or beauty industry, because I do comedy, poetry, music, makeup, nails, massages, and I just find that times it's hard for me to like really pick a lane to study. And sometimes it'll make you feel like you're just like really good in any area, and I feel that way too. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Happy Mother's Day to you all as well. Shout out y'all, city y'all, where y'all from, where y'all tuning in. UAB 585, shout out to the Rock, Rochester, New York. But yeah, like it's big to me because, had, like I said, to school for aesthetics and nails, and I love makeup, I love massages. I've thought about furthering my education with massage, or further education even in the entertainment industry, as far as like going back and doing some more theater and things of that nature. But it's almost like with YouTube University and just jumping out there and putting yourself out there, you might have different results, so versus just having to lock in on school is what I'm saying. And I've always used one avenue to support the other, but it's like I never, like when it comes to nails, I love the like care of it all, like really like healing nails and doing massages and the skincare part of it. I don't feel that like dope when it comes to the nail art portion, and I think that's really important in the industry. Even with makeup, like I'm good. Like I feel like I do pretty good, well with myself for sure, but I don't necessarily know what to do on every complexion or every skin type. And a lot of people come to me and be like, oh, I want cute, but I don't want the lashes. Like, girl, if you want a dramatic beat, you got to have dramatic lashes, you know what I'm saying? So and then I'm like considering going to school and getting more further trained with lashes and doing minks, or do I want to go more route of doing like body calibration and stuff like that. But when I know my real passion is more so like part of me is like, no, just focus on, you know, like and creating and you know, acting techniques and getting booked more. But it's like the money for me has been more in the beauty industry so far. So it's just kind of hard to decide, you know, which lane to go in. And so sometimes I beat up on myself because I don't really feel like confident in any of those areas. Like, you know, I do comedy, I do improv, but I don't really do stand up. And I know that I should get out there and do probably stand up for sure. It's like I rap. I also feel like, you know, I'm getting a little bit older and that might not should be, you know, one of my prime focus right now. Even though I absolutely love it, it keeps me going. You know, like sometimes I find myself like rapping like things I've rapped before, and it's just like, what the fuck? Why ain't focusing on music? Like, what the fuck? I'm on fire. I'm really dope. You ever sat back and seen yourself doing something and you just like, well, I don't do that more because I'm dope at that. But I feel like that without like trying to sound like too cocky, but I feel like that in everything I do. Sometimes it'd be really hard to decide what to focus on. And I wonder, do any of you other creatives out there do y'all struggle with that and deciding like what lane you really want to go through? Well, you know, like I said, I do. So trying to be gentle with myself and just, I've always used one to support the other. Like when I look back, you know, since my early 20s, I was definitely, you know, always using makeup or nails, or doing lashes, or I used to wax, body waxing, using those things to really help sustain myself when them jobs don't be enough, you know. And it's like part of me wants to like try to get another studio or something like that and, you know, open up to that industry more. But then there's another part of me that really just wants to go travel the world, auditioning, performing, and all of that. And see, my kids are 18 and getting ready to graduate. And so it's like I got a little room to start focusing on what I want to do more. And my son, he wants to be a barber. So like the beauty industry is like something that it's like right in my face. A lot of people in my family are very skilled in that way and do hair. Shout out to my sister Fiona who does hair. She's an amazing braider and natural hair specialist. And my cousin Rhonda does locks. She's a loctician and she's just phenomenal. She's real good with like scissor cuts and stuff like that too. Just diverse beauticians that I'm associated with. I have a lot of friends that are in the industry, and you know, I've had some people who really admire that even, you know, opened up the invitation for me to work in hair shops and things of that nature. But I know in the back of my mind what my true passion is, and so I don't ever want to just, you know, take away from being focused on anybody else's business. So these are things that just been on my mind. It's like I didn't really come on here to give anybody a solution. I'm just venting, to be honest. But it's like we'll see what happens, you know, because the hustle never stops. I always been in one shape or another. But I keep a job. I stay working. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of my kids, do what I gotta do. But I all that, like, I find myself like turning away from bookings because I know that I don't really want to do it. Like, I love keeping myself up, and you know, people that's closest to me, if they need, hey, you know, could you beat my face for my birthday or do nails or whatever? Like, I don't mind, but it's like I don't feel like I'm just like this in the industry, and I'm not trying to sleep on my skills or, you know, put myself down, or just know my level. Now, when it comes to certain things like the way I know I can rap, my poetry. Like, y'all check my poetry shorts out. Y'all be sleeping on my poetry like I'm not just a comedian. That should really be like bothering me. A lot of people A lot of people only look at me like a comedian, and I'm not. Like, I'm not just a comedian. I'm also a very serious actor, serious poet, and rapper too. Like, I really got bars. Do not sleep on your girl. So, and then it's like has going on. It's like I know that I have more to talk about in my art, and I just kind of want to. I know I just want to put more into that right now, and it's like it's hard because the stream these bills is pulling me one way, but I really want to make sure I do put myself forward for what I really want. So I said that because that's why I started this podcast. That's why I get on here to just remind myself, like, to, you know, stay true to my lane too, and just really do what I said I'm gonna do. Cause I've done a lot of acting. Even been on TV. I was on Catfish. I don't want to talk about it right now. We not about that. I'm an actress, not a real catfish. So maybe another day we'll talk about it, but not today. But I've done a lot, and one of the only things that I haven't done that I said I was gonna do was my own podcast, Kickin It Wit Nita, since I was the kid. So that's why we're here, and we're just gonna grow together and vibe together. And I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna keep it short, so I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all families, and I'm gonna get my ass to work. But I just want to remind you that you are brilliant in whatever you choose to do. And don't let anybody put you in a box, because you can do all things. And that's why, my business is called All Things Need to Be, because I know that I can all things. Period. So I just want to remind y'all to subscribe first and foremost. And make sure you be grateful. Be blessed. Be happy. Be present. Be dope. Be creative. And just be. Alright, y'all. Peace.